Prediction time, beautiful people. Sebastian Fundora, the towering inferno, the man with the most badass name in boxing. WBC 154-pound champion going up against one time, the legend, the iconic Keith Thurman. Listen, beautiful people. I have never been so excited for a fight. Such a long time. I can't even remember the last time I was excited for such a fight. The prediction. Listen, the second this fight got announced, I was like, listen, Fundora's too much. But as this fight is getting closer, I'm asking myself, is he actually gonna do it? Is one time gonna give us a comeback for the ages? I'm gonna be honest, beautiful people. My heart is telling me to go with Keith Thurman. But my mind and everything that I know about boxing is telling me, listen, southpaw, foot taller, 10 years younger, momentum on his side, champion. My mind is telling me, how can you not go with Sebastian Fundora? But before I make my final prediction, I still have no idea who I'm going to pick, to be honest. But let me tell you the keys to victory for both men. Keith Thurman, the challenger, the 5-1 underdog. If he's going to win this fight, listen, beautiful people. Just imagine if the bell rings and Thurman sprints into the center of the ring and throws an absolute bomb of a right hand to start the fight. To show Fundora, hey, listen, I'm here, I got power. You're not going to walk through me. I'm still here. And what if that shot doesn't knock out Fundora but gets his respect? That will change the entire trajectory of the fight. So Keith Thurman gotta make a big step early. Gotta make a statement early. That's the main thing that he needs to do. He gotta gain Sebastian's respect early on. And also, the beautiful footwork of Keith Thurman. We saw in his last fight versus Jarvis, he was circling towards his right, stopped for a split second and threw the left hook to the body that started the end. When have we ever seen someone throw a vicious left hook from the orthodox stance, a powerful left hook, while moving to the right? Rarely do we ever see this. That shows that Keith Thurman got intelligent footwork. That means that he doesn't just move around the ring. He keeps on moving, and the second he finds his opening, he doesn't stop and comes to you and throws a bomb. No. He just, for a split second, plants his feet, throws, and moves away. That's what he needs to do. You know, he gotta pick his spots. He cannot fight Fundora on the inside. He cannot, get hurt early and just decide to hey, listen, I can't move anymore. I'm compromised. I gotta get it back. No. He gotta be moving on his bike. Listen, Sebastian is a southpaw. So, traditional wisdom tells you that Thurman should move to his own left side, which is going to be smart, because one of Keith's best punches is the left hook, beautiful people. I mean, make no mistake, both of his hands got power for days, but he got to be on the move. Sometimes you got to circle towards his left and sometimes towards his right, because even Sebastian's lead right uppercut is just as vicious as his left. So you gotta pick your poison with Fundora. So Keith Thurman gotta move to both sides in certain spots and plant his feet in certain spots and unload with the vicious power shots. Another thing that Keith Thurman gotta do, when he is on the inside, he got to be expecting, like I said, not just the right uppercut, but both uppercuts from Fundora. I mean, Fundora, once he gets you on the inside, both uppercuts are coming your way. But what I'm saying is this: when he is on the inside, don't just hunt for the head. Go to the body. Yes, we've seen Fundora, get rocked to the head. We've seen him get knocked out to the head. But, Keith Thurman, that left hook that he landed versus Jarvis, I know that Jarvis is not elite, but I don't care who you are. If such a powerful left hook lands to your body, you're gonna feel it without a question. And the second he lands a flush, clean, vicious shot to the body, then you gotta go upstairs. Body, head, head, body. You gotta mix things up when you're fighting such a phenom, such a once-in-a-lifetime fighter like Fundora. And Keith Thurman, yes, his best punch, one of his best punches is his right uppercut. But he can't throw it in this fight. If he throws his right uppercut, he's gonna miss and he's gonna get countered with Sebastian's straight left hand. It's because there's just too much distance to cover with the uppercut. And I think that Keith is smart enough not to throw the right uppercut. These are the keys to victory for Keith Thurman. Fundora, keys to victory. Number one, pressure. Pressure. You can't fight Thurman like you did in the first Tim Tszyu fight. Box him on the outside, that southpaw right jab. You can't keep flicking it because Tim Tszyu didn't have footwork. Thurman, he doesn't just have footwork, better footwork than Tim Tszyu. He does everything better than Tim Tszyu. He even got more power than Tim Tszyu. Even though you might think that Tim Tszyu got more power because recently he's been knocking more guys out. But no question, Thurman is more explosive, more powerful, and he got a better chin, beautiful people. So Sebastian Fundora cannot box Keith on the inside, on the outside. If he actually boxed Keith on the outside, he's probably going to get knocked out. You know, because his vision isn't the best. The size of, the thickness of his glasses. We saw that challenge, the reaction and visual challenge. I mean, he couldn't pick up any pole is because the man can barely see. That is why actually Fundora gets on the inside to see you because on the outside he doesn't really see punches coming his way properly. Vision problems, you know, how crazy is that? You know, a guy who's so gifted by God with his reach and height and size, nearly 6'7", arms dangling below his knees, but he can't see well. So he can't really use that outside advantage, he gotta come in. So it's actually better for Fundora to go on the inside. You know, don't fight Keith on the outside because Keith is explosive. You feel like you're boxing him, you're keeping him at bay. All of a sudden, he's on the inside, landing bombs on you. So intelligent, of course, intelligent pressure, beautiful people. He gotta pressure Keith Thurman non-stop, make him feel like he is 10 years older. Is because he is 10 years older. And Keith Thurman can move. But for how long can he move? The more pressure Fundora applies, the less time it's going to take him to slow Keith Thurman down. Pressure is number one. Number two, the second you get on the inside, I mean, listen, you can say that Sebastian's defense got better just a little bit, a tad bit, but not by much. So he gotta be aware on the outside and on the inside. He gotta keep his chin tucked. That is the second thing that he needs to do. Third thing, those uppercuts. Uppercuts on the inside will butcher Keith Thurman's face. I mean, listen, Keith Thurman, he's in trouble. The fight gets on the inside, he can't hurt Fundora, he's in trouble. And third thing is, you gotta mix things up with Keith Thurman. You know, you can't just keep walking forward. When you, the entire purpose of walking Keith Thurman down is to put him up against the ropes, beautiful people. And once he puts him up against the ropes, yes, he gotta unload with power shots, but he also has to be aware of what Keith is firing back. We saw Cordell Booker on the ropes firing back, Tim Tszyu on the ropes firing back, but none of them are as explosive as Keith Thurman. So intelligent pressure, beautiful people. And listen, once you put Thurman on the ropes, go to the body too. Don't just go to the head. I know you're way taller, and he will do that. Mark my words. I've been watching a lot of Fundora. He knows exactly what he needs to do in this fight. Now that I've given you the keys to victory for both men, it's prediction time. Like I said, my heart, is telling me I love both guys. That's the problem. I absolutely love both guys. I mean, I've always loved Sebastian Fundora. Ever since he came on the scene, you know, we're around the same age. Love Sebastian. You always root for him. So humble, so, you know, respectful. Just love Sebastian Fundora. And Thurman, I never really was the biggest Keith Thurman fan. But over, you know, the last couple of years, especially this past year, you can't help but root for the legend. For one time, the pride of Florida, Keith One Time Thurman. The man is so intelligent. You know, he's so charismatic, you know. I mean, listen, the second he retires, he's going to make a lot of money just with his mouth, beautiful people. I promise you. Keith Thurman is an unbelievable analyst, unbelievable salesman. But let's get back to the prediction. My heart is telling me Keith Thurman will do this. He will shock the world. But my mind is telling me Fundora will knock him out. I will be rooting for Keith Thurman, but I am going with the Towering Inferno by knockout.